destroying the ozone layer, one band at a time. This is Mark Arsen's Big Hair Show on Live365.com.
Hey, it's Mark Arsen. I am proud to announce a trifecta on the Big Hair Show. An extraordinary guitarist from a band responsible for 16 gold and platinum albums worldwide. They were the winner of the 1991 American Music Award for Best New Hard Rock and Heavy Metal Band, beating out Nirvana, which I like to add. Guitarist and founding member of North Carolina's own FireHouse, Mr. Bill Leverty.
Mark, thank you so much for having me, and it's a great honor to be here. And you know, hey, third time's the charm.
I want to talk obviously about the show that you guys have coming up that we're very excited about, that we get to have you back here in town. Friday, February 22nd at the Longbranch. It's a very special benefit show for Teresa Racklin, who is a huge fan of the band FireHouse. Also, obviously, want to know what the band has been up to since we talked to CJ. I happen to notice on your website, you've got an app. You've got your very own Bill Leverty app.
Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, if you go to iTunes and just type in Bill Leverty, an app comes up. It's free. It just, connects you with the latest tour dates and some latest videos that I might put out or whatever. And I'm going to try to make it a part of my weekly routine to put something new on there every day. So it's a fun thing, and I'm addicted to my iPhone. And by the way, it's also good for Android if you're an Android person. But it's a fun way to kind of just stay in touch with the people who really want to stay in touch with me, and I'm really happy to have that going.
That is awesome for the fans. Now, it's early in the year. FireHouse, besides the date coming up that we're going to talk about, does FireHouse have anything else going on musically in the studio? Anything happening on that front?
Well, I think our next plan is to record a song. Instead of saying, okay, we're going to write an album, we'll get a song together. We've all been kind of doing some other side projects and some other kind of things. And, we had a busy summer last summer and spring, and that's sort of the busy season. We did a lot of shows that we had a lot of fun with. And our year is starting to shape up now, talking to our booking agent. And so I think what the plan is to do a song and then let everybody know about it on the FireHouse website or FireHouse Facebook page and our own personal, websites and apps or whatever.
Yeah.
And, kind of do it one song at a time, and then when we've got 10 of them done, we'll put out an album. That seems to be an easier way to do it than tackling a whole album with the change in the industry and the way that things are different now in recording. It seems like that might be the best way to go.
Now, coming up Friday night, February 22nd, at the legendary Longbranch in Raleigh, Creekside Drive. I like to call it a low-dose show. It's like $10 in advance, $15 at the door. We've got FireHouse. You guys are playing a benefit for Teresa Racklin. How did this show come about, Bill?
I have to thank Marty Burns. Marty Burns is one of our oldest, best friends that we've known since before we ever got our record deal, and he's just one of these extraordinary human beings with the heart of gold. And he told me about Teresa when I played a gig with him recently, opening up for Kicks. And he said, there's this girl Teresa who's a real, she really likes the band. I said, oh yeah, she's great. And he said, she's going through a really hard time right now. I said, really? I didn't know that. And he said, yeah, she's having to go to the Cleveland Clinic for these treatments that are, really tough. And I said, I had no idea. So he said, she's going to be here tonight. And I talked to her, and I said, so she didn't mention anything about it to me. And I said, I understand you're having a tough time. And she said, oh gosh, yeah, I was actually on a TV show called Mystery Diagnosis, and I was like, no way, my family and I love to watch that show. It's a really interesting show. And she told me what the medical condition was, and it was shocking to me that she was going through all this, and she's got such a positive attitude. And I played the show that night, and about a week later, I was talking to Marty. Marty called me up. He says, hey, I really want to do a benefit for Teresa. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. Let's call all the guys. And we called everybody in the band, and everybody said, absolutely, let's do it. And so it was Marty Burns who got this started. He asked us, and we're just thrilled to do it. And, she's such a great person, and she's been a fan and a friend for a long time. And so we're just really happy to be able to do it in Raleigh, where kind of near where we started and where she lives. And I think it's really a chance for us to have a fun gig, have a great time. And Marty, after we all agreed to it, he said, hey, I really want to just make the ticket price really so that everybody will come out. And so he made the price really low, and we thought that was a really great and generous idea, because he's the guy, putting this whole thing together.
Yeah. And
it's just a wonderful thing. So I just can't thank Marty Burns enough.
To get your tickets for the show, go to LongbranchRaleigh.com, LongbranchRaleigh.com. $10 in advance, 15 day of the show. Bill, mentioned the website for the Long Branch. Now, I want to make sure that you get the information out there for the fans to see, besides your app, how to get that app. Where do they need to go to do that or to keep up with Firehouse?
FireHouseMusic.com. You can go there, and then there's buttons you can click and join our Facebook page. We'd love to have you join that. And then we've got a Twitter page and that stuff, too. So, you can go to FireHouseMusic.com and click all the buttons there, and that'll get you right in.
Well, Bill, thank you once again for being on the Big Hair Show and for our 3rd-year anniversary at Live365. We've got to make this a regular gig.
Oh, please do, and thank you so much for having me. Happy anniversary, and I just really appreciate your support and all the listeners for sticking with us for so many years.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Mark. Take care, buddy.
Warning, may cause paranoia or strange vibrations in some listeners.
Mark Arsen's Big Hair Show on Live365.com.